Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night. And by the time I'm uploading this, I think I'm gonna upload this tomorrow morning or whatever. Uh, we'll, by the time you watch it, it'll be a late out of date Raw review. Why am I uploading instead of late night? Well, I kind of took my time to not review this immediately after Raw, and not just that. I kind of wanted to, like, I guess, I don't know, there's something wrong with the algorithm, man, of uploading my AEW review. You know, I thought that would get more, you gotta let it digest or whatever. Maybe, like, in terms of recording, whatever. That's kind of why also a lot of videos that I plan to upload gets pushed back, but what can you do? So I'm gonna let y'all digest, or remember, if you guys are wondering if I did an AEW review, I did. So, for All Out, there you go. But maybe, maybe people don't give a shit about All Out, huh? Except the Smarky fans, I don't fucking know. It is what it is. I mean, to be fair, I forgot that AEW was doing their pay-per-view, and even NXT, so. Anyways, grab your Coca-Colas, drinking my muesli, find me some bitches, go, oh shit. Alright. Did I drop something? Alright. Yeah, anytime's a cola time. Oh shit, cheers. Good stuff. Alright, so Raw was a waste of time. Well, not really a waste of, okay. Actually, I take back. Raw, for most part, was like, whatever. I will say this, Raw wasn't the worst Raw of all time. Was it boring? There was definitely mostly boring shit that happened. But it could have been better. But I will give this for Raw, like, there was like some storylines that they're trying to do. So I give credit to that. Apparently people didn't like Raw tonight because a certain wrestler returned, and not just that, there are not a lot of good matches that were with no story or whatever. It's like, what the fuck is, like, shut the fuck up, okay? Anyways, so let's talk about freaking Raw tonight, shall we? Alright, so let me get the results there. Alright, so let's see what the damage is, shall we? But yeah, it wasn't really the worst Raw all the time. The show started with Edge, which I guess it's definitely always good to start with. You know, it's a good thing they had Edge there. He says, Dominik Mysterio. He known Dominik since he was 5 years old, and he used to spend time with him in catering. He's been like family, slept at their house when he was in San Diego. Dominik has been like a nephew to him, but after what Dominik did on Saturday, Edge knows Ray raced Dominik better than that. And then he said that Dominik can hash it out whatever he wants with his father, but he's a different beast. Edge isn't looking at him like a kid as he watched growing up. He's looking for Dominik as a WWE superstar, and a man's game pays a man's price. Edge calls out Dominik Mysterio. You know, it's whatever. I mean, I wish, like, in a way, he kind of, like, showed, I guess, in a little more sympathetic sense. But, you know, maybe he could have said that, but if you're not willing to do anything, then I'm going to treat you, I'm going to show you some tough love or whatever, you know, because after all, he's still young in his eyes, maybe, you know. But whatever, but instead, Rey Mysterio comes out. Ray looked heartbroken and is motioning for Edge to calm down. Ray knows his son messed up big. Ray is asking for an apology on his son's behalf. Ray begs Edge to not do this. Edge says Ray knows that he loves him and that his son is old enough to drink, drive, and step foot in this ring. I will say I like this, you know, like Ray's being the father that, you know, he still loves his son no matter what. He couldn't believe what he did. He wants him to, like, forgive him, all that kind of stuff. I like it. You know, it's good. Again, this is way better than what AEW did recently with Billy Gunn. Like, how could you just have Billy Gunn, like, his sons betray him and he doesn't care? Like, how does that make any sense? You know what I mean there? In a way, what they're kind of doing, I hope they do this. Obviously, the writing is not going to be great. But I'm hoping what they're going to do and this would definitely be perfect for WrestleMania, is that Dominik, you know, he wants to fight his own fodder, you know, to prove he's better and whatever. But then Ray, you know, he's reluctant. In a way, it becomes the Undertaker and Kane storyline, or how it originally was, you know, for WrestleMania 14. That's how I think it should be. And already, this is a story, and already this makes whole Judgment Day shit better or whatever, even though it's fucking started shit, but whatever. Rhea Ripley comes out, says Dominik isn't a baby boy anymore. It says she has potential and made him into a man. I mean, if Rhea Ripley was like, first of all, if she would like actually look like a woman, and actually, I don't know, freaking was actually being seductive to Dominik, that would make more sense. But no, let's like have this whole bullshit of the Judgment Day. So apparently, so yeah, Dominik comes out, he dressed in all black, and I guess it's signifying that he's part of Judgment Day now, also because he's with Rhea Ripley, and eventually what happened throughout the show. So he's part of Judgment Day now, which I kind of wish it went a little differently. Like maybe Dominik could be like, you know, like I'm Dominik Mysterio. Even the fans wanted it. You know, come on, keep kayfabe there for God's sakes. What you established on a TV show, but whatever. Dominik Mysterio comes out. Ray begs his son to snap out of it, that there's still time, and then Who's Your Daddy chant picks up. Rhea Ripley and Dominik start making their way to the ring, and then Ray tells Edge that to do what he has to do because he can't be part of this. Ray leaves the ring and begs his son to not do this, that there's still time. As Dominik approaches the ring, Finn Balor and Damien Priest attack Edge from behind. The little brawl ensues, but then Edge gets overwhelmed. Ray comes back to try to help Edge, but then Dominik and Rhea Ripley blocks him, and leads to Rey Mysterio getting beat up himself as well. So, and yeah, and they basically injure Edge's knee, I guess. I was worried this was gonna be some bullshit. They're gonna have Edge like you know, injured or whatever, but it turns out that, you know, because it leads to something for next week or whatever. But like, it looked like, you know, they injured him pretty well there, but it was fine. I would say it was a fine opener, you know. I did, even though it's stupid, so I guess, yeah, Dominik's part of Judgment Day now. I would rather him be by his own self, but I kind of get why. Apparently Dominik Mysterio's not that good in the mic. I mean, you gotta give him some acting skills, but I don't fucking know. It is what it is. Backstage, we see The Miz and Ciampa. She asks The Miz what happened last week, and he doesn't want to talk about it. It's basically the same shit. Again, it's like, what is the point? Like, you're just gonna drag this out there and we're gonna pretend this is a story? I mean, yeah, sure, story, but like, it's like, how, does it make sense or not, you know? Make it make sense. They walked out after they saw a card that's been flipped over. You know, they think it's probably Ciampa. Then the next match, or first match, it was supposed to be the New Day versus the Alpha Academy, Lost Stories, and Street Profits in a long number contenders Fatal 4-Way tag match, which lasted 14 minutes apparently. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, why was it this long? If you're gonna do what the fuck happened, you know? This match should have been short, instead of wasting people's time. But yeah, so this match ended in no contest because the returning Braun Strowman returned and took out everybody. So Braun Strowman came back, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't mind it. Even though I do think it's weird, like, why is Braun Strowman wearing a red tights? And why does he have his fucking nose piercings? Like, can he actually look like a monster instead of like some fucking weird millennial guy? I mean, whatever. Braun Strowman still looks like, he looks like a beast though. I'm not gonna lie, he does look like a beast. So I do hope he's booked better. Unfortunately though, during this whole beatdown, he tripped, which kind of it was a little embarrassing, but he still, you know, kicked ass. I didn't hate it, you know. At least he looked like a, you know, he tried to look tough and whatever. I guess, like, you know, so much for the whole control your narrative fucking bullshit, you know. It's like now he's in WWE again, so whatever there. So yeah, there you go. We get a non-title, so second match, Raquel Rodriguez and Leah defeated Nikki Trash and Doudrop in a non-title tag match. Backstage, Rey Mysterio says I would never lay my hands on my fan Dominik. You know, I'm a fan. You're my fan. You know, I love Dominik. I love you. You know, it's that bullshit. But he says Judgment Day deserves to get their ass beat, and he challenged either Damon Priest or Finn Balor to a match tonight. I mean, this easily could have been the main event, but whatever. Austin Theory comes out. Again, this is just a joke. Okay? Austin Theory's Mustard Money in Bank, and this guy is a joke. Like, why should I buy into this guy being a future world champion? Okay? Seriously. Theory says things did not go as planned Saturday, but Crown Jewel was an absolute success. Theory says he's just kidding because it's Clash of the Castle. So, I don't know how this makes any sense. Calling us, I don't fucking get it. I don't know. He says it's between him and the people, and like, I don't know. He got knocked out, but he'll get back up. Even against boxers like Tyson Fury. He's like, I will defeat Roman Reigns eventually, blah, blah, blah. And then Kevin was like, I'm here to bring about change. You know, you found your first name. You know, I'm still looking for my cheeseburger. And then basically Owens says, like, you know, let's have a typical match where a referee comes out, even though I'm not a referee and bullshit. And like, again, it's like makes you question why does these things happen. Why not actually have I don't fucking know. And it's like, yeah, so we get a match with no story and no reason at all. A pointless, dumb match to appease the smarky fans. I don't fucking care. Owens defeats fucking Theory. Who gives a shit? Damage Control, aka Bailey's stupid team, comes out and says, you know, ding dong bullshit. I don't fucking know. No one fucking cares. This diva shit. I don't fucking care. Backstage, Johnny Gargano says that people may have forgotten what he said. He may have forgotten what he did in the ring, but who showed him? Like, and then Theory says nobody cares, which, I mean, he's not wrong with that. Gargano says Johnny Wrestling will return to action next week. Oh, wow! And then Theory says careful with the sharks. It's like, I'm just thinking to myself, who fucking cares about Johnny Gargano? As Gay Gargano, I should say. Mysterio's, anyways, next match, Damon Priest defeats Mysterio, because of the help of Dominik and, you know, the Judgment Day. They lay out Mysterio and says, and then Rhea Ripley says, you know, there's one more man left in the way, and Dominik will send him back to retirement. And then it says that man is Edge. So she makes Dominik challenge Edge to a match next week. So I guess that's actually kind of cool. Like, wow, Edge is actually competing on Raw, and it's not like we have to wait fucking 6 months for a match. Like, wow, I'm actually surprised. So I guess that's something at least. So that's cool. Backstage, we see Braun Strowman as he sees the monster of all monsters is back and no one is safe, and says he'll see everyone on SmackDown. So yeah, there you go. That's something to look forward to SmackDown. You know, that makes you kind of care. Like, wow. Something to continue on SmackDown? God forbid. Like, you know, I do hope they keep this up. Again, there's no need for a brand split or whatever. Again, SmackDown should be a continuation of Raw, and Raw should be a continuation of SmackDown. It should be like this, so that's kind of cool. But in the main event, so we get a steel cage match. This was hype up the entire show. So, whatever. It's my okay. I have no problem with this being main event, how they did it, but here's the problem. So, it's Bobby Lashley versus The Miz in a steel cage match for the US title. Why is this happening, and what's the logic here when literally last year Bobby Lashley defeated a scared Miz in three like fucking a minute? Why should we care that fucking The Miz, for some reason, he's tough to face Bobby Lashley now? How does that make any sense? I don't know what to tell you. The match wasn't terrible. Tommaso Ciampa and Miz attacked Lashley before the match started. There was like then commercial, and then they used a chair on Lashley or whatever. It's just like, why couldn't this pace better? But like, whatever. The match was fine for a steel cage match. They used the cage. You know, Tommaso Ciampa was helping The Miz. But then, oh, Dexter Lumis is there. You know, it's like typical. But again, like, why does he want The Miz? Like, I bet you they're gonna carry this shit on for no, and they're gonna people pretend this is something good when it's like, what's the story here? How does this make any sense? Why do you have a problem with The Miz? No one fucking knows or cares. I don't fucking know or care, you know. But yeah, Lashley wins. But for some reason, okay, Lashley's the babyface here, right? But for some reason, Lashley fucking closes the cage on Miz. And why? What did he do to you? Why? Dexter Lumis, he's a criminal. And Lashley's the good guy here? Like, listen, I like Lashley. But how does this make any sense? I mean, it would have been okay if, like, yeah, sure, The Miz is an asshole, and, you know, if he does us a favor, maybe you don't see The Miz again. But watch, we're going to see The Miz again next week. So, Lashley just did a pointless bullshit. Like, how does this make any sense? But whatever. Anyways, the match was fine, whatever, but then Dexter Lumis chokes him out. It's fine, but, like, well, how does this make any sense? We're going to see this shit again next week. Like, what's the story? Whatever. Again, like I said, I mean, I was surprised. Like, they actually did put some effort tonight in a way. I will say that. Like, even for a fucking Labor Day holiday show, it's definitely way better than last year's fucking Labor Day episode. Definitely way better. But, you know, but like, fuck. Like, what's, you know, the stories and whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, fucking... You know, they're doing shit with The Edge, Mysterio Judgment Day stuff, you know, with Dominik now being heel. Braun Strowman's back, and, you know, all the Smarks are angry or whatever, but, like it or not, the guy looks like a star and did some things, you know, it is what it is. And the main event was fine, so I can't really say the show was bad. I don't know why I said that earlier, but yeah, the show wasn't too bad. Definitely compared to last year, it was so much better. Remember last year they did a pointless tag team gauntlet and nothing happened with that? I still can't believe that I remembered that, but whatever. But I only remember that because I think, yeah, like last year was like my always like Labor Day is around my birthday, so, and plus I remember I was like sick around that time, unfortunately, but yeah, that happened. Well, overall, like, fuck. I mean, there's still some filler bullshit, right? But like, and you know, they keep recapping, oh, it's Clash of the Castle. But at the end of the day, fucking, the show was, like, not too terrible. Was there some jobber, boring bullshit? Yeah. But if you think about it, it was, like, way lesser than compared to a lot of times. But definitely, you know, sure, you need to work on some logic, especially the main event. Like, what's the logic there? But anyways, I can't really hate. At least there's, like, more storylines than before. I'll give it that. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall the show wasn't the worst. It was okay, maybe. Oh, an okay show. I think maybe I should not be generous, but I would say like it's okay. Wasn't the worst show. That just probably means next week's gonna be more worse, especially because they're gonna have Johnny Gargano wrestle. Like really, who fucking cares about this fucking guy who talks about I'm fucking changing diapers. Wow, and I'm Johnny Wrestling. Why am I called Johnny Wrestling? No one fucking knows or cares, but I wrestle, guys. That apparently makes me special to all these wrestlers in fucking a wrestling show. That's like, okay, that's like saying Derek Jeter is Derek Baseball. Fucking LeBron James, LeBron Basketball. How does that make any sense? Everyone's a basketball player. Everyone's a fucking... Whatever. Who gives a shit? Anyways, the show was whatever. It was a whatever show. It was okay. Wasn't the worst show, but definitely wasn't the best. Shit kind of happened tonight, sure, you know. But it is what it is. I'm just keeping it real. Get your games, close my news, these 5 minutes, bitches go, oh shit, that's how to save people. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Wrestling is whatever, you know what I mean. That was Raw for you. God forbid a holiday show. I would say for a holiday episode, in a long time, it was actually kind of eventful. So there you go. I will give it that. Okay, take care, everybody.